Hello friends, my name is Shivam from DevOps Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials or any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devopsschool.com. Thank you.
What is actually Ansible Cmg file and inventory file, and how you can use your local, like means your isolated CFG and inventory file. So if you understood this, then that is sufficient for today. Okay, so I think you can able to see my screen.
Yes, I can able to see screen.
Yeah, so actually Ansible configuration will be reside on which folder /etc Ansible. So here you will get your two major and important files. What are those files? And first of all, I wanted to answer you the questions which you had yesterday asked, that where exactly I can find the modules, right? So
Yeah.
as you said, Ansible is written in the Python, so it will have one folder called Ansible in USR bin Python. There you will find all your modules which are already predefined on the Ansible, which will come as a .py files. So if you want to see that, Ansible -doc, and then if you say -l, okay, -l means which will list all the modules which are there. So you have n number of modules. If you want
Okay.
only to get a specific module, whether that module is there or not, if that module is there, what are the commands I need to use? So for that, Ansible
Okay.
-doc, I will say apt. So I will get that apt module, and then if you see there, you will see the actual package where the this particular module is coming from. This is app.py is the module which is there in this particular .py file. Okay.
Okay.
So if you say there,
Okay.
Python the dist packages, there is a one folder called Ansible, which is created when you are installing the Ansible. Okay. There is one
Okay.
one more folder called module, and there you have different types. Like packaging means you have yum package, you have apt package, you have dnf package, you have apk package. So if I don't want app, I want yum. So how you can use yum? There are different options you have. If you want to see all those things like disable VAP, disable plugin, there are multiple options based on your requirement you can use. Okay.
Uh,
So
can you
like
scroll up? Can you scroll up? I want to see that. Yeah. Can you just scroll up?
roll up this one.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay.
So whenever you have time, you can do or any other. Okay. So for that you have to use Ansible -doc, and then your whatever the package. Like I will say module name. It's a module. Okay. File. I will say file. So it will give me the different options we have in the file, like what is the mode, what is the group, what is the owner, all the options. If I say I want to use directory, there is another file called copy module. In this module,
Okay.
you will see
So,
all these options.
so these are all attributes, or it's a module actually. Suppose I
In
have.
module, there are the attributes. What and all attributes you can get from that particular module.
Okay. Okay.
So the next question, if you want to implement your own modules, so there is one way is you need to create your own Python script. So for that, you need to import some different libraries which are Python is being used, and then you can write your own code and you can create your own module according to your needs. If you are well versed
Okay.
with the Python, okay. So
Okay.
then, apart from that, today we'll continue our the session. So
Okay.
let me go there
I
and
want down the commands that just now you find it. Can you just put in history? So I'll just make a note of that. The just history. Yeah. Ansible doc. Okay.
Let me share you
Okay.
that commands. Wait, let me create one document first, so that I will share with you whatever the commands I'm using. I'll copy paste there. You will have the date wise. I'll copy paste.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
So you just keep about this.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah. So these lines you can skip. So this.
Okay. Okay.
So later,
No. Okay.
if
No.
I have time, I will add the description. Can you please send me your mail ID, your personal mail ID?
Yeah. Sure. I just pinged you.
Calm down,
Yeah.
Amanda.
I pinged you actually. You got?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Okay.
So if you want to if you want to make any note of those commands, you can make a note of these commands, so that in future you can have some you can have the details. Okay. So
Okay. Okay. Sure. Sure.
like what I'll say, these commands are like for uh, get to know about the,
Modules.
like, just quick insights.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
So like this, whatever the commands, by end of the day I'll let you. So I can do that. No worries. So now,
Okay.
first of all, I'm going to open the Ansible.cfg. So Ansible.cfg is the Ansible configuration file, which is having the default working directories and paths which are predefined on that particular configuration file. Okay. So if you see here, there is name called defaults. Defaults means these are the paths which Ansible by default will take. We can have our own specified paths. So in your production environment, you might have some scenarios like you don't need to use a same inventory file for all your tasks. You might have a different clients. Okay. For different clients, you need to use different inventory file, right? Suppose for example, you have 5 clients. Okay. 5 clients is having 5 different cloud infrastructure. One is having GCP, one is having Azure, one is having AWS, like that, and one is having on-premises servers. Okay.
Okay.
So that time
Okay.
you should maintain 5 different inventory files, right? So
Mm-hmm.
how you can maintain that? So for in that time, what will happen? That will be very tedious job to maintain or configure the inventory files one by one. So for that, we will not use the default and Ansible CFG file. We can use our own Ansible CFG file. So I will
Okay.
explain you that at the end of the session, how you can actually control your Ansible should work on that particular directory. It should work from that particular directory only. If you create one
Okay.
XYZ folder, there, whatever the inventory files, whatever the inventory files, whatever the things which are there on that particular directory only, it should work. We should not go for the global. So we will use these two words. One is global, another one is local. Global scope means wherever you can run your Ansible command, it will come and it will check for these host files. Okay.
Okay.
Local scope means in that particular local directory only, wherever the directory you are currently present, there only it will go and check whether my Ansible inventory file is there or not. If there, what on host is there. If hosts are there, it will go and check and it will perform all the tasks. Once I explain you about by doing practical, you will understand what is global scope and local scope. So the global scope now, currently we are working about the global scope. So I'm explaining like inventory file means, as you know, what are the servers we have. So we will mention on that particular file, right? So that is the inventory
Mm.
file. So
Okay.
likewise,
Okay.
Okay, libraries means by default, if you install any libraries, it will come and sit on ESR share my modules. As of now, it is empty. If you want, you can create your own modules. And then if you want, you can create utils. And remote temp means if you are running your Ansible script, okay? So that script will by default will go on sit on this folder on the slave servers. So there will be a
Okay.
.ansible folder will be created on the slave server, and then there will be a temp file will be there, and whatever the scripts you are using, those will be available on the particular what I can say particular folder directory. Like .ansible.temp is the directory where your scripts will go and sit and work from there. Okay, and
Okay.
local will also like this only. So if you want to see that, so I will say like this: copy cd that one. See here now I haven't run any whatever the files, right? So what it will
Mhm.
do whenever I'm running the file, it will go and sit on this. Whenever I'm writing any playbook, that playbook will
Mhm.
come and sit here, and from here it will go to the slave servers in the same directory slash
Okay.
Ansible and temp file. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So that is the actual files where directory paths where Ansible will use local temp and remote temp. And if you have any
Okay.
plugins, you can use the plugin dot filter. So if you want to connect with any extra plugins, you can connect with the other resources also, right? So for that
Hmm.
you can use this. By default, it will go and check for this filter, plugin filter. If it is not there, if you want to have a different path, you can mention. You can come and mention here. And then there are different like ASK Studio, sudo user is by default root, and there are so gather facts by default it is implicit, because implicit means if you mention it will come, or else it will be simply silent, like it is false. If you want to gather facts for every time, you can mention that gather facts equals to true or gather facts equal to false according to your needs. And then so whenever there are a bunch of things in
So
actual
what about
production.
the folks? The folks are all the things. The pass. The can you just scroll up this one? The ask sudo pass equal to
If you are
true.
if you are using Ansible using uh, instead of SSH, if you are using username and password, so then you need to use ask sudo pass.
Oh, okay, 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 okay,
Okay, ask pass means
okay.
if you are using, if the sudo, if you are using, you are logging into the sudo with the user and password like root and password, then you will use this command. If you are using this ask pass means any Ubuntu user and any other user, you will use ask pass. Okay,
Okay, okay,
and the by
okay,
default port will be 22, because if your SSH is running on any other port, you can mention that port, or by default every port will be 22. Okay.
okay, okay, okay. The folks and poles interval means what? The folks and poles. Ah, yeah, this two. The pole interval 50.
Whole interval means it will come under the SSH section. Like how much time there will be an SSH connection between the your master and slave, right? So that
Oh,
interval also it will check. It will go on poll. Poll means it's like checking whether that slave is available or not. Background it
okay,
will check,
okay,
not front foreground. And
okay,
forks means I can say that in normal GitHub or in any source code we have forks, right, which will replicate
yeah,
entire thing.
yes,
In that scenario, in the same scenario, it will also replicate whatever the code base you have. It will fork that and it will go to the what I can say slaves, and it will put that. Like I will show you that whatever the
okay,
directories you have, like you create your own directory when you are using in production. So when I go to the
okay,
local scope, I will explain you that. So that
sure.
entire thing will get in fork and it will be replaced on the slave servers. And
Just show me how that how it works, the folks. Yeah.
yeah, so and then gather subset. There are bunch of things. So
Hmm.
sudo exec and error on limiting handlers. But In production, eventually you will not use all those things. You will use
Okay.
like where is the inventory file? That's it. I will show you that. Eventually, how
Okay.
can compress you can how you can, and after this is the most important roles part.
Okay.
By default, it will go and check this roles part. If you're using the galaxies, Ansible galaxies, then it will go for dot Ansible. There you have some roles, and then from there it will pick up. Okay. When we are going for Ansible Galaxy, you will check that. So you will get to know about
But
that.
the dot Ansible is there. Dot Ansible underscore Galaxy. Two folders are there, right? Dot Ansible underscore Galaxy and dot Ansible. Both are same or different?
That Ansible under there, whatever the Galaxy roles, everything will be created.
Oh, okay, 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 okay.
So now, I think if you go and see, I think most of the things, whatever is there, will be meaningful. But I will explain you what exactly you require from this Ansible config file. The most
Okay.
important thing is inventory, because from where you are getting your inventory, that is the most important one. And after that, these are all will come by default. There is no need of thing. And then roles path, because on
Okay.
which path your roles needs to be executed. Okay, so
Okay.
that one, yeah, you
So
are about to ask.
by default Ansible.cfg, whatever the attributes mentioned, right? It by default is commented, right? We need to uncomment or it will be like this. But
No, no, no.
currently using a
So
host, right?
if you want to use a different path, then you need to uncomment it and you need to change the path.
Oh, okay, okay. So currently
I will
all enabled. It's all enabled.
Yeah, these are all are enabled with the default values. That is why it is saying defaults. Okay. If you want to
Okay.
use the different section, suppose let me do that. Sudo vi ansible.cfg. So if I want to change the inventory path, I don't want my path should be there on the host file. Okay. So I will come here, I'll uncomment it, I'll put whatever the name I want. I will put /home Ubuntu and then inventory.ini.
Hmm.
Okay. So
Okay. Okay.
now I'm changing the part /home Ubuntu inventory.ini. So what I need to come, I need to come here. So if I now Ansible hyphen yum, so here I'll say all, I will say ping. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
previously when my host file was there on /etc Ansible host, it was pinging all the three servers, right? But if I do
Yeah.
now, see, inventory file is not there and it is empty. So it's now detecting my inventory file. So if I say
Okay.
vi inventory.ini, so
INI means what?
it's just an extension. If you want, you can queue. Otherwise, we can't do that. That is the
Okay.
actual what I can say
For
convention that
dynamic
Ansible will use.
dynamic inventory, right? So called.
Inventory means inventory only. That INI means it's an extension.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
If you are not giving INI, also no worries, it will work.
Okay.
So now, PC2, 4 hosts are running. So instead of master, I will take all these IPs, I will put here, and then I'll put this. So this is static inventory. So because of that, what we are doing, we are manually copying and pasting our data in this particular inventory file. So if I put
Okay.
now, see, it's pinging now, right? So now you
Yeah.
understood how the Ansible Cmg file will work. The default values, whatever are there, which will be by default, it will be there. if you want to change the path, the default path of the particular things like gather facts equals to true or Ansible inventory file path, then you can change according to your wish, your needs. But eventually you
Okay.
are not going to use that Ansible Cmg file also. Because why? Why? Because you are going to use your own directory for each and every environment. So for dev, for
Okay.
QA, for prod, you will use own Ansible configuration like inventory file and config file and roles and playbooks. Everything will be separated. Like you can separate by the environment based or client based, based on according to your needs. You can what I can say, you can bifurcate the folders and structure. Okay,
Hmm.
according to your needs you can change, or I can, how exactly I can say that. Suppose for example mkdir xyz. Okay, this is one
Mm-hmm.
client, mkdir qwerty.
Mm-hmm.
But this is one client. So this client is having different environment, this client is having different environment. Okay, so
Okay.
you can create your own Ansible environment for this client in this particular directory only xyz. Here you can create your own Ansible environment which is suitable for this client. Okay, the same thing, you will create your the own and Ansible environment for this client which is suitable for his environment. Like that, according to the client needs, according to the environment needs, based on that you can create your own Ansible infrastructure on each and every folder, not in VM. In each and every
So
folder you can.
this is only applicable to master server or slave server.
No, master server you will put the slave server's IP addresses, right?
Yeah.
So on master server only you will create all the Ansible inventory files,
Yes.
playbook,
Yeah.
roles, everything.
Okay.
Got it? Yeah. Eventually
Yeah.
I will do that. So now you will go to /etc Ansible host. This theory part will be little bit confused, but please bear that. You understood that. After that, when I go to the practical, you will understand. So now,
Oh.
if I come to the invent host file, here, here examples are C, right?
Hmm.
alpha.example.org. If you are having any domain which is pointing out to your particular server, okay,
Hmm.
then
Hmm.
you can mention, you can even mention that server or that domain address which is pointing to that slave server, or
Okay.
else
Okay.
you can even mention your IP address. This we already know, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
And these are called groups. So I will explain you groups in the new inventory file wherever we had created. Suppose for example, you can even divide your host like slave servers into a different groups. Suppose for example in your environment you have web servers, you have application servers, you have DB servers, you have different types of servers. Okay, each server
Yeah.
will each server have its own tasks. Like web server
Okay.
is uh, use it to serve the web application. Like whatever the HTML pages you have, it will serve that. So on that, what
Oh.
actually we will do? Install a Nginx web server. On DB server means
Okay.
either it will be Postgres or MySQL. Based on that, you will install a particular software like MySQL or Postgres on the particular server. So that is called DB servers. And in the
Okay.
same, you have QA servers and prod servers and dev servers.
I got it.
Like
Hmm. Got it.
you can have different servers, right? So how you are going to actually differentiate those different
Tag.
servers?
Tag.
So for
Yeah.
you will divide those into the groups. All the servers you are going to divide into the groups. So how you are going to divide? So if you want to divide it into the group, what you will do?
Square
You will
bracket.
do.
Yeah. Square bracket. Yeah.
So here I'll say web server.
Okay.
Okay. and
Okay.
then here I'll say DB server,
Okay. Okay.
and then here I'll say
Yes, server.
prod server. Okay.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
now what we did, you had actually divided your slave servers into a particular groups, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you can have how many servers which are there on the dev group, on the web server group, on the DB group, on the prod group, and now
Yeah.
also you can even instead of previously what we are doing Ansible all minus m ping, right? This is a command to
Hmm.
ping all the servers, right? But now
Yeah.
what you can even call your specific group of servers in the Ansible. How we are going to do that? Ansible, here I will say DB, I will say minus m ping, which will go
Hmm.
and ping only the server which is residing on the DB server, DB group.
Okay. Only we can do ping. If I want to take the OS version, can I take OS version?
Right? So
Like
for
I
that
want to know the DB OS version. Actually, I wanted to do it in command
you
module.
need to
Command
use gather
one. Yeah.
facts. You need to use the gather facts so that gather facts will get the OS of the particular slave server. That we
Okay.
will do
Okay.
on the view.
Okay. So if only I can do ping only. I cannot do any other command.
You can
Uptime.
do any module
Uptime.
here. You can do that is what Adhoc commands, right? That is what yesterday
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
had told you, right? If you want, you can use this
Yes.
shell. So I will say shell minus a argument. I will say df minus h.
Ah. Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Correct. This one. Yeah.
See, it is showing that.
So I have to use the shell. If I want to get means I have to use this module name, right? Then only I can get it. Otherwise, I won't get it.
See, based on the requirement, you need to use the module. You understand? See, module is your requirement. Okay, whatever
Okay.
requirement you want, based on that, you will use that module. If you want to copy a file, you will use the copy module. If you want to fetch the data from the slave server, you will use the fetch module. If you want to create a directory, you will use file module. Like that, based on your requirement, you will use the different modules.
Okay. 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 Okay.
And then if you want to use any different, like we have another thing called command option. I think command module also is there.
Ah. Yeah. This is what I want to know. Command module. Yeah. Correct.
Command module also is there. It will work as a shell only, but there are two different. That's it. Command or shell. Okay.
So
If you
in
want to
command
use
module, I can use multiple command, right? I want to if I want to take df and h, I want to take uptime, and then I want to take if config. Can I do all these things in same? Yeah.
you can do everything.
No.
That is what.
No. In one line, I'm asking the uptime. Then I want to take dff and h. Then it's start in single. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Single line. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Okay.
I think see it's showing uptime. Okay, uptime options. I think for that you need to write different df minus h because
Okay. Okay. I think there is some space there. I think so. Yeah. Can you
no,
yeah. Yeah, correct, I think. Correct. Just now you did correct. Yeah.
no,
Oh
it will not
shucks.
take because arguments when you're providing even if you want to run two commands on the same server, uptime and df minus h, what it will do? See the same error is giving. You can't run two.
No. Can. If I take 1 second. Uptime, just uptime.
Yeah,
Uptime. Uh okay. Just put semicolon. Uptime semicolon. Semicolon. No space. No space. No space. Just semicolon. Just after uptime. Yeah. Then space. Then df space hyphen h. Yeah. Then you semicolon. It's coming now. Okay. There's a space. That's why. Hmm. Okay. I have to use the command module. Okay. No. We have to give space there. Yeah.
no such kind direct type. I think
Okay.
you can't use two commands at a time.
To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the 3D99 plan and grow your skills immensely.
Okay. I'll check that one. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, understood. So based on your requirement, you will use the module whatever you require. Okay. So
Okay.
where we are having the static inventory file. So this is
Yeah.
what a static inventory file. So static inventory file, you will manually come, you will change the if any IP address is got changed, and even you can, if you want to put an IPv6 address like this address, you can copy this address also and you can put that, because eventually this is pointing out to this server only, right? If I click on
Yeah.
that IP address, like that address, so it will go, and I think we haven't configured our security groups into 8080, so that's why it's no 8080 is there.
Uh, so Gopi, you know AWS also, right? You know AWS?
Yeah, yes,
Oh, okay.
right.
No, I'm just trying to attend the cloud engineer position, cloud position actually, the AWS one. So that's why I asked.
Okay, it should work, but I don't know for some reason it's working. Yeah, it's working. Right? See, now it's working. So
Mm.
even if you want, you can put this particular address also in here, like how. So I will say
Space, huh?
test.
Okay. Test.
Anything.
Okay.
If you don't give also no worries. Okay. I will say test, and then I will say that IP this one. Okay.
Okay.
Now let us. Why I'm using ping means whether that is working or not. That's it. For that reason only I'm using. Okay.
Mm.
See, it's working.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
now how this is point out on, because this is the domain name. Because
Mm.
AWS will provide a URL for every.
Okay.
Okay, so you can use this URL to point out the server. If you don't want to use the IP address, you can use this domain name, DNS name. Okay,
Mm.
see, it is a record like EC2, then something blah blah AP2. This is the, what I can say, my region, and then it is the company.aws.com. Like that, they will give one, what I can say, DNS a record name for us for each and every instance. If you check for each and every instance, you will get that name, IPv6. See,
Okay.
for this we do have a different one. See, here we have EC2 and something public IP, and then the compute.edu.com, like that. Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
you can even point out a domain name instead of pointing to the particular instance in the inventory file. That is what I wanted to inform you. So if you have, do you have any domain? Did you purchase any domain? Do you have in your
No,
account?
no, I don't have. No, no, I don't have.
Because if you have, we can point out to that server and we can mention the domain name here. That's the reason.
Okay. Okay.
Eventually, it
Fine.
will, okay, I had tested that. It will ping that. No worries. Okay.
Mm.
So
Okay.
this is
Okay.
what actual static file, static inventory file. So in static inventory file, what you're doing, you're just mentioning the IP address of the different servers. Understood?
Mm. Understood. Yeah, got it.
And even you are dividing that inventory file into the different, what I can say, groups. So in different groups based on the group, like if you want to work on DB group, DB server, so you will go to the DB group and you will write some playbooks and you will call that particular group name on the playbook. So eventually you
Oh,
will
okay.
know how you will call the groups on the playbook. So you, when you are writing your main.yaml, there you will call out these group names. If you want to call all the
Oh,
servers, you will say all. If you want to call a particular group of servers, you will call for the particular group of server's name.
Oh, just like the host, we have to mention whatever group we have to use. Just we have to use. That's all.
Yeah, instead of all, you should mention the group name.
Web or prod. Okay. Okay.
Okay. So now,
Yeah.
from when the class started, I'm explaining like local scope and global scope, right? What is
Yeah.
exactly that? So in some time, uh, so I will create two clients. One is NKDAR Gopi and NKDAR Rajesh. Okay.
Mhm.
So these are the
Okay.
two clients we have. So Gopi is having different set of servers and Rajesh is having different set of servers. And Gopi is having different infrastructure needs and Rajesh is having different infrastructure. Okay. So in that
Okay.
time, what you want to configure your Ansible in such a way that according to my needs, my Ansible will work. According to your needs, your Ansible needs to work. Okay. So that in that time, what I will go, I will create a local means Gopi's own infrastructure, Ansible infrastructure. I will create a different Ansible infrastructure, not global one. It will use the actual whatever the inventory file, whatever the CFG file you are using. It will use those inventory files and playbooks on the current folder. That is called local
Okay.
scope. So for that, what I will show, I will create Ansible.cfg file.
Okay.
CFG. So here I will say that we are having defaults. So defaults means you had seen that, right?
Yeah.
What is mean by defaults? In Ansible CFG, vi/etc Ansible
It is
Ansible.
dot save.
So here we are having defaults, right? The same we are using, and then I am using the same inventory equals to. This is the only one I require. Apart from that, I don't want as of now. Okay. So
Okay.
Ansible.cfg I will use. So in defaults, what I will say this one. Okay. And then
Oh. Okay.
I will not put all these things. I will put only this one inventory.ini. That's it. Or else Gopi inventory. Gopi.ini. Okay.
Okay.
I will put. Apart from that, I will not do anything. And then I will say vi gopi.ini.
Hmm.
And gopi.ini is having let's say one server, like slave one server is having. Okay. So I will
Okay.
put that. Okay. So I will
Okay.
put that ini, and then if I ping from now here, if I ping to Ansible hyphen all, if I say all, it should take all the data, right? All the three servers, right? Minus
Yeah.
m. If I ping now, what the exact result I will get?
Only you'll get to whatever in gopi.ini only.
Perfectly
Yeah.
fine, right? Because now my Ansible, I had created a new Ansible environment, right, in this OP folder, because I have the Ansible CFG file, which will point out this gopi.ini file. So whatever the ini which are there, whatever the hosts which are there in this ini file, those only will get. If I step out from one step back, so now if I do pwd, I'm in Ubuntu, right? If I use the
Hmm.
same command now, see, it's pinging all the servers. If I go to the Gopi, and since we have our own Ansible config file and inventory file, it will take the preference will be first goes to the local file, local Ansible config file and inventory file. If there is no Ansible config and inventory file on the local, wherever you are running that command, okay, wherever the position or path you are running, like if I do pwd, I am there in Gopi. In the Gopi folder, I have two, what I can say, two config files which are much needed
Yeah.
for the Ansible environment, Ansible config and
Okay.
in ini file. Okay, so Ansible hyphen m, whatever I want, I will use that. If I use that, it will take now on. If you want to
Can I go
understand
to
this,
Rajesh directory? Yeah. Can I go to Rajesh directory and run the same command? I want to know what
that
is
is what
running.
I'm explaining. Okay. So now
Okay.
if I use the same thing, see it will ping all now because now it went to
Oh,
the global. Because
global. Okay.
if you mention here Ansible.cfg file, this is creating a local environment in the current directory. Okay.
Okay.
And say, if I say equals and then inventory equals to like Rajesh.ini. Okay. So
Okay.
inventory equals to Rajesh.ini. I'm saying if I use the same command again, see the same error because Rajesh.ini file is only not there. If it is there,
Then it will take. Yeah.
Rajesh.ini, and then what it will do, we will take these two servers.
Okay.
You can even you can change the whatever the way you are specifying. Like you can use some default predefined environment variables from the Ansible side. I will let you know that when we are going further. When time came, I will let you know that. So
Sure.
if I use the same command now, see, you understood, right?
Mm.
What is the global scope
Yeah,
and
yeah,
local scope?
yeah. What is
So
it? A local scope, right? Scope. Okay.
scope means up to what. So if I come one step ahead, now I am into the global scope. If I
Yeah.
have here also my Ansible Cmg and config file, then Ansible Cmg and environment file, then it will
Mm.
take what and all it will take. So from the Ubuntu folder, it will take from here. So wherever the path
Okay.
you are having in that current path, whatever the present working directory, PWT path, if you are having Ansible.cfg and inventory file, it will take that local in Ansible config file and inventory file. That's it.
Okay.
You just need to
I'm
remember that.
getting
Okay.
through now. Yes, because same thing happened for my environment also. One of the guy, he created. He mentioned almost 200 servers. I'm executing. I'm using. I'm just using in my directory. I'm just running it. I'm not able to execute single thing actually. But when he tried from his own directory. He can able to do that. So now I came to
Yeah,
know why it was like that.
yeah, because he had did this the same thing, right? Understood? Because
Hmm.
why the peoples will do like that? Because we no need to again go create or change every inventory file for each and every specific environment. If you want to go to change some specific environment, you will go to the particular directory and you will change that. You don't need to go
Hmm.
and change every time, go and change and check where the particular environment I had mentioned and I need to check. You don't need to. So you can structurize your Ansible configuration on the particular environment. Okay.
Okay.
So I think this is, and then I will have a small glimpse. I will give you a small glimpse of uh, like how we are going to run the playbooks. Because
Okay.
from here onwards the actual course will start, because these are the basics you should understand of the Ansible if you want to use. Suppose for
Hmm.
example, if I use Ansible uh, like prod, I am using Adhoc command minus m app minus a. I'm just installing an Nginx web server. Okay, so for that,
Okay.
name equals to Nginx, and then state equals to latest, and then hyphen b. Hyphen b means become. If I want to
Okay.
convert this a single Adhoc command into a playbook, I just want to convert this a single Adhoc command into a playbook. How I'm going to do that?
Hmm. Okay.
So I will just copy this command, okay, and then
Okay.
I'm going to go a Rajesh folder. and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to create one small file called first playbook book.yaml, because from here onwards you need to be more focused, because if you miss somewhere then you will not get that points whatever I'm saying. Okay, so
Okay.
first playbook, I'm creating one first playbook, I'm copying. So this is my Adhoc command, right? So while
Yeah.
seeing this command, how I am going to write my playbook? First, I'm going to say hosts. Host means what? On which slave
All
servers it should.
prod.
So I will say prod. Okay. Then become true. Become true means this command. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Then
Okay.
I want to just say tasks. Task 2 means what are the particular tasks you are going to perform on the Ansible. Okay. So
Okay.
first I will say hyphen name. Name means installing. You're just briefing about the task.
Okay.
Installing Nginx.
Engine.
Then you are going to use the app. App is the module which you are going to use to install an Nginx, right? So
Yeah.
app, the indentation should be same. You just remember indentation. AML is very strict on indentation, right? As you know. So I will say now here it's below that name Nginx state latest. That's it. This is how you will convert your Adhoc command into a playbook. Simple. I
Okay,
think
how
you
to
don't have.
this one the indent how I can remember because you mentioned host prod become true. That one is a task you given. Then after task you given two spaces.
Because
Then yeah, three
we can
spaces you
have
given.
multiple tasks on the same inventory file, playbook, right? So
No, I'm talking about indent. Indent. Yeah, yeah, indent. Indent. Yeah,
these
correct.
indentations you can take care by. You can have, if you have Visual Studio Code, you can install some what I can say extensions like Ansible if you say. So Ansible in the extensions you have, or else if you want you can use any editor which will have the same indentations like that. So you can take care of that with the using the editors like Visual Studio Code or any editors.
Okay. Okay.
So if you create a new file with
For Ubuntu
.yaml,
have like this. For Ubuntu we have like this. Ubuntu.
yeah, for what we have, for everything we have this Visual Studio Code.
Okay. Sure. Sure. Sure.
So I hope this indentation, see, under the task you can have multiple tasks, right? So if you want to use another task, so you should be indented on the same level, in this level.
Okay. 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 Okay.
If you're not indenting on the same level, then that will be a problem. Again, I'm saying another task, updating cache. So here, if you want to update the cache, so you will use app module. Then there is one option called update cache. Yesterday we had used that, if you remember.
Hmm. Okay.
Update cache, yes, or true, whatever.
Okay.
So now if you want to even specifically explicitly define it is a YAML file, you should put these three. This three means it is a YAML file. These three hyphens
Okay.
means it is
Okay.
YAML. Okay. So you have your first playbook. So if you want to run your playbook, what you need to use the command Ansible -playbook and then playbook name. See, skipping no match host, because in your inventory file rajesh.ini we haven't matched any. prod, or any groups we haven't put, right?
Okay.
So I will
Yeah.
say dev, and then I will say prod.
Okay.
Got it? So
Got it.
now I vi play.yaml. So we had put prod. So what I will say, I will now again run the same command. So this is the syntax: Ansible Playbook and then Playbook name. I will
Okay.
enter. See, gathering facts, installing Nginx, and updating cache.
Okay. From where it is taking gathering facts from the configuration file, or how
At
the
default,
gathering
gathering
fact?
facts enabled, right? If you don't want to take the gathering facts, okay. So
Mm-hmm.
what you can do,
Gather facts. False. Okay.
see, it is not gather the
Just
facts. So this is just a glimpse of the first playbook. I just converted an add-on command into a playbook. That's it.
okay.
But we do have a different stages, different things in the playbook. How you can include your,
How do I practice this kind of playbook? How do I remember all these things? Uh,
how you remember means
flow.
what?
No. Now the command wise fine. When you convert to the playbook, need to look into the
I will
indentation,
explain
and I have to
tomorrow
look for
Ansible
these.
syntax. I will explain you
Yeah,
tomorrow
syntax.
how you are going
Okay.
to, how the format, Ansible playbook format, how I will explain you that.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I think today this is pretty much of it. So a quick recap, like what and all we had did today. So first we had gone through the Ansible config file, like what and all the default values we have, and after that we had changed the default values to our specific values like inventory file, and then we had gone through the what are the static inventory file. So we had created a different groups in the static inventory file, and after that we had checked whether the group of servers are being called with that particular group name, like prod or web servers or DB, like that. And then
Okay.
we had created our local Ansible environment on the different folders. So we had seen about the local scope and global scope. So global scope means wherever you are running your Ansible commands, if there is no config file and inventory file, then it will go for /etc Ansible and Ansible config and inventory file. If there is any Ansible Cmg and inventory file, it will take that. The first preference will be the local, and then it will go to the global.
Okay.
And then, so we had just converted a simple add-on command into our playbook. Okay. Tomorrow,
Okay.
I'm going to explain you about how the structure of playbook will be there, and then how you are going to add multiple tasks in a single playbook, and then how you are going to include multiple playbooks in a single playbook. Like suppose, for example, you have 3 playbooks, and you will have one main playbook. So you will call all the 3 playbooks in from the main playbook.
Okay.
So this is what tomorrow we are going to accomplish, and after that we will go and learn about the roles, and then we will do a small mini project when we are completing the roles, like a simple lamp stack, Linux, Nginx, MySQL installation. Okay.
Please enroll our general membership for 399 plan to get access of all the parts.
Along with that, you can access our other tutorials such as Docker, Ansible, Jenkins, Terraform, Splunk, AWS, Azure, and various other DevOps-related premium tutorials with our channel membership. If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the 399 plan, and grow your skills immensely. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.